confidential investigation. You shouldn't have any right to talk about my investigation.
Yes. I think then a lot of people are saying because you said this, you know, that he didn't hire you to investigate.
No, I did it for free. Yeah, that's what I
Right,
agree.
I think that's what people are, you know, because he said, I guess, and I'm not coming for Louis at all, but because trust me, I got some issues with some other people.
Look at my eyes, Dave. Look at my eyes.
Oh,
I'll repeat it.
I believe you.
I'll repeat it. There's no reason for me to lie. First of all, if I did do something, I wouldn't tell you anyway because it's confidential.
Right.
But he would be in breach. I did not. And I could say, and all your listeners, and you could go online with it, believe me, I didn't do it for free either. So that's that.
I don't do anything for free when it comes
Right.
to work.
Thank you,
to tell
David.
you the truth.
You're a professional and you understand what I say. For me to do investigations on all those cast members, Lou would have to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars. Why would I do something for free in my business? Do you do this for free, David?
I do not. And I've said that on this air many times that although I love my job and I love my listeners, the day that this is no longer putting money in my pocket, I am just going to go and vanish.
David, I like you.
Right?
You're going to be my guest up in Rayos.
Okay. I mean, please, all
right.
I am all about the Rayos. Well, you know, then on the couch, we have this woman, Margaret Josephs, on the couch on the reunion.
Oh.
No, we do have someone in the room on the couch, but Margaret Joseph's that blonde. I think she kept saying to Louis, "I don't believe you. I don't believe you." So, I mean, do you have anything to say to Margaret Joseph?
No, I say it like I just said it to Margaret and everyone else. You have to believe what I say because there's no reason for me to make up a story. Also, if I got stuff on you, Margaret, and everybody else, where is it? Why didn't Louis use it? Just think about that. So now, I am very specific. Never, ever was I hired, nor did I do it for free. Investigations on any cast members from the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Let it go to bed. If people want to believe it, they could suck it up.
Right. I mean, that doesn't get more clear than that. When you were in I'm Going to Avra Tonight, believe it or not.
Which one?
I like the one on Madison 61st.
No, my favorite is now the new one on 50th and 6th. Really nice. And you got my friends over, the manager over there, and really nice over there. Great.
Maybe
Beautiful.
We'll
my friend Mark Packer, I think, put $18 million into there.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't like the other one. The
Which
one on 48th.
No, that's like, you know.
It's different.
Different. But I used to go to 60th until I went to this one.
Okay, maybe we'll go to the other one.
They do a nice job.
Do they? Okay, maybe we'll go to that
Orlando
one.
is the manager. Great guy. He just opened one up in North Miami. Yeah.
Well, if I go in, I'm not going to use your name, Bo.
Well, maybe you could. I don't know.
When you were in Avra and you sat next to Joe and Melissa, what? Or Melissa?
No, I was sitting at my table. He came over to me. Yeah,
and
he came over. She was sitting on the next table.
And what did they think that?
This is about 4 months ago, 3-4 months ago. After that, the whole thing went down.
Yeah, no, I had heard about this. Like, did they think you were there not just by coincidence, that you were actually hired to be there?
No, I was with Bert Capone, another guy. But believe me, and they ain't investigators. Just leave it at that. They're Italian businessmen.
You went out to eat.
Yeah.
You did have a moment of a rant against Joe Gorga recently.
Did you like that?
I loved it.
Because
I loved every minute of it.
Because I told the truth. And I'm going to be very honest with you. I told the truth. And I think this is more about me being with you, David, is to let the viewers know what we do. And that's why our company is really, really doing very well, not because of the Housewives of New Jersey, because we have credibility. Again, you hire a private investigation firm. If it's around 38 years, you know, they're pretty good going through all the crap that happens. And you know yourself, when you're investigating cases, some of them are very sensitive. And if you do something wrong, you wouldn't be in an investigation. Remember they had that fellow, Vincent Parco Private Eye, he got locked up and all these people and they're getting in trouble. You know, all I could say is that you try I have attorneys and also guys that are there who protect in the sense that everything we do is 1,000,000% legal. Otherwise, we're not going to do it. And I tell my clients, you want to ask me to do it? Go hire somebody else. I'm not going to get you and me in trouble. I'll advise them right to their face.
That's it's like when you go to a doctor and you want something, you know, like you want something done, like say plastic surgery, and they say no, I always say that's a good doctor. They say no, keep your money.
Yeah.
It's the person you want to go to. Does anything shock you about like the human condition? Like you've seen it all, like, but you know, now, especially with what you do, you've lived a life. Like, does that, you know, when you investigate people, does anything like just shock you?
No, nothing at all. And, you know, again, we've handled cases when I was a homicide detective in New York, plus in the private sector. But, you know, some of the things that really are great things that happened, 89, having Martin Scorsese at my table at Rayo's with Nick Pileggi, wrote Goodfellas, and Ellen Lewis, the biggest casting director, and have everybody, Ray Liotta, my dear friend who passed away, have everybody over there. And then he sees the characters at the bar, P.D. Neck, Johnny Roast Beef, Mikey Black, and he goes, can we come back next week? And anybody who wants to be in the movie, Tony Lip, that did the Green Book, was there. We casted 16 people, including Frankie, and we casted them for Goodfellas. Then The Wolf of Wall Street. I mean, that was a great one. Leo, I love Leonardo DiCaprio. We became very good friends. He's been on Socially Up there with me many times. Then when we did that, we were able to film it right in Rayo's. And, you know, the other guy that it's based on is a real creep. He now flies around with private jets. He robbed about $200 million, mostly from old Jewish people from the North Shore. He did like the 15 months playing tennis, and then they paid back $12 million. And I was like, a finger up. I actually grabbed the United States attorney that prosecuted him, happened to be at Rayo's. I said, how did you let him go without going after and clawing that money back for the victims? Duh. Everybody does me. But if it was an Italian organized crime, they would take everything away, every dollar that they make for restitution. Why is Jordan Belfort able to go out there, fly around, make fun of people, give all these speeches of how great he is? He ain't great. He's a little common thief. He's a little punk. He's also a rat. He shouldn't be called the Wolf of Wall Street. He's the rat of Wall Street. Did you know he wore a wire to all the guys, including my friend Steve?
Yes.
Who was his name? Steve Madden. He wore a wire. He put Steve Madden into the IPO, and then he wore a wire on every one of these people that were his people. I hate rats. Do you like rats?
I do not like rats.
If you're part of, if we're gangsters and we're in an organized crime, say you're part of the family that I love. I love the Genovese family. Say you're part of the
I would love to be part of the Genovese family.
Okay, so all of a sudden now you're part of me, and we're doing things that I don't do, but they're things. Next thing is you get caught. Next time you get caught, you've been earning and all. You get caught, you become a rat. What do you feel about a rat?
This ties into Housewives too, because apparently, you know, a rat is the worst thing to be called.
That's
to be, right?
Well, that's it. I mean, and in reality, you know, what made Louis go off like that is obviously, and he said it to me, you know, it's just, I couldn't take it, what was happening with Joe. And he just blurted it out because he wanted him to back off and feel, oh, where you go? Oh, what does Bo have? Because I tell you what, if I looked at you, David, I look at anybody, everybody's got skeletons in their closet. So by saying that, he alarmed Joe and everybody else. Oh, crap. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Maybe I didn't pay my taxes on this. Oh, my God, what is Bo going to find? Don't worry about it there, cast members. I never did anything on you, so sleep well tonight. What's her name, that blonde?
Margaret.
Margaret, sleep well tonight. We didn't do anything. So all that cash that you're stuffing under your mattress, don't worry about it. Bo ain't investigating you, okay?
Well, the rumors are, now I'm just curious, because, I mean, a lot of these listeners would, I'm just curious for you, this is your opinion. Like, a lot of people say that Margaret, one of the things she does, and I'm just curious in general, you know, that she has these fake Finsta accounts.
Listen, David, I'd like to give you some information. I don't have a clue.
No, not about Margaret, but just in general about an investigator. Like,
oh, I mean, if I was hired to investigate her, believe me, I'd find out everything about Margaret. I'll find out everything about anybody. But my point is, I get retained. It's a confidentiality retained. Any investor, we're licensed in all over the country. We do work all over, around the world. We do work. I mean, with that big farmer investigation, took us to a place called Kashmir, Pakistan. I didn't even know where it was on a map, you know. And then when we had a kid that was kidnapped to Istanbul, Turkey, I sent detectives in there, and we were able to get the kid out. You know how I got him out? I brought